This is going to be a tutorial video on some advanced functions in UtiliPad. We're going to concentrate on the find feature and the distance measuring features in UtiliPad in this video. So to begin, I'm just going to start a job. I'm going to call it example, open it up, and connect to my Asteri X3. Notice it automatically connects. As we discussed in previous videos, I have accuracy of right about 20 centimeter, 0.2 meter, or about 8 inches. So I'm a little under a foot in real time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the bottom of these parking spaces and I'm going to collect a location. I'm going to change the location type, call it a station. For the purpose of this tutorial, it doesn't really matter what I call it. I just chose to do that. I'm then going to click on that location and use the find feature. When the find feature pops up, you're going to notice I have a bearing and a distance in here. Right now I'm about 3 feet from that feature. So but if I want to know my distance from any location, I click on that location, hit find, and it's going to tell me my distance, my exact distance from where I'm standing to that location. So I'm right now about 30 feet from it. And you can see that I'm heading away from it and my green compass rose arrow is pointing in the direction I'm headed. So again, I'm headed almost due south right now. My bearing to the point I hit find from is 4 degrees, so almost due north at this point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over onto this line so I can make a very visual line right over the parking lot markings. I'm going to use this feature to come out exactly 100 feet. See, I just passed it a little. I'm at 104 feet, so I'm going to back up slightly. I want to get at exactly a distance of 100 feet. So by using nothing but the find, if I wanted to put a 100-foot span out here, if maybe I'm in a forestry setting, I want to go out 100 feet, 3,200 feet, 1,320 feet from any object, I can use that find feature to put my exact distance and place another location. I kept the default parenting. Its parent is location 1. I'm going to move out a little bit off of here just so you can see. I'm going to click on location 1 again here. I'm going to hit find. Notice my distance says 100 feet from where I'm standing. What I'm going to do is show you another measurement tool. If you go to the little action icon and hit the measure tool, we can click on any 2 places on the map as long as I'm a certain distance away from my actual location, and it'll give me a measurement. It said 99 feet. So that's pretty darn close. It's within a foot of what I was measuring with the actual distance. However, it's an approximation because you're only clicking on the map. So one way to get a little more accurate is to use a feature that we call span off. It's the little wrench tool, and you're going to come down and click on each location, to and from. And I'm going to put number spans as 1 and hit calculate, and it's going to give me my exact distance, 100.02 feet. So this is a great feature to use even if you're not using it for span off features, which will be in another video, to use to give you the exact distance measurement between any 2 locations. Finally, I want to use this for one other thing. I'm going to click on my second location and hit find. And what you're going to see here is now I have something called deflection angle and deflection offset. And the awesome thing about this feature is it will tell me when I'm on my center line. So you can see that my deflection offset says about 6 inches right now. So I'm well within a foot, and I can start walking down this line. I can visually see myself on the line, and if I look at my deflection offset, I can see that I'm under a foot, technically 1 inch, of being dead on center line. So we can use this find feature to actually keep us online, or what some softwares will call a cross track. Now, just to show you that this is great when I'm on a parking lot and I can see it, just to show you I can remove the Google Map image and use this the same way, I'm going to go ahead and hit find again. I'm going to use just my parenting to keep myself on center line. Notice my deflection offset is still under a foot. So I'm going to walk down this line, and you can see that it's keeping me online. I can physically see when I get off the line. Now I've moved off the line about 10 feet and I can see it. So I can bring myself back in line on the map, wait until my deflection offset's well under a foot like I want, and start heading towards my feature. Now, the thing that's a little weird about the compass rose here, because I'm actually using find to location 2, my green arrow is pointing back to 2. The red arrow was pointing towards location 1. If I turn around now, my green arrow points back to location 2 and tells me I'm heading straight back to it, as you can see. and you can see my distance is now at 50 feet. I'm going to use this to actually find that exact location I already collected. I'm only 30 feet. I'm with a deflection offset of under a foot, 20 feet, and as I get within 20 feet I want to slow down and allow the GPS to keep up with me for my distance measurement. 12 foot, 10 foot, 6 foot. I'm getting very close now. My deflection offset's still very good, and my distance is now within 5 feet, 2 feet. I'm getting very close, and now I'm just going to slowly move myself around until I place myself as close to a deflection offset of 0 and a distance of 0 as I possibly can. I'm now within a couple inches on both, so I know I'm exactly on my point within the radius of my accuracy. And that is using the navigation feature.